Off the play fake. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Bills, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Pollard. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. First down, here's the run with Cook. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. So a nice run right there, and worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence, but this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that, because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack, and he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games? Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
First and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run with Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken just shy of the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game Their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing now is Allen. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
On first down, Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And some room to roam now. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play here for Buffalo.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bills have retaken the lead. This time the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these 2 entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he gets it down to the 32. 118 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run with Pollard. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on third down, Jackson going to throw deep for the end zone. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And here's Lewis. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. At their own 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go. I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield too.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, it's Allen. That's complete to Davis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And again, it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in the field goal range. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second down at 5. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Here's Bass now to send it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
133 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's second and inches.
They go play action with Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Run for Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third.
Bills 20.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
2nd and 6. This a quick pass to Davis. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On first down, it's Cook. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. That catch good for only a couple.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 8. Give to Cook out of the gun. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They run it again with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalvin Cook, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. It's complete. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Now a give here to Pollard. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down now, Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Milano coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
3rd and 12.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To the air. Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Sheds up, and he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there out of the running game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, Pollard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On second down, Pollard, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here's Lewis. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Ravens,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.